Well, good morning. Beautiful day out, and if you followed my videos from yesterday, I did all the pre-work for this storm door installation. I had a little bit of weather come through, which halted progress, but back at it again this morning. And I'm endeavoring to follow instructions, and I just happened to come across a beautiful video that was done on YouTube by a very skilled person that enabled me to follow along with the instructions and kind of work out all those idiosyncrasies with measuring and making sure that I'm following the proper procedures and so on. So I highly recommend do your research when you're starting any project, because at this point this is my first time installing a storm door, and by all accounts from my friends, oh yeah, it's easy. But if you've never done it before, you can make mistakes. Like, say, for instance, the first mistake that I did, and the only mistake that I did so far, was mistake 1/16 for 1/8 inch. Fortunately for me, my hinges actually covered the hole that I had pre-drilled in this side of the hinge door, so it's all okay so far. But just woke me up to the fact that it can be so easy and so simple to just kind of derail yourself in the initial stages. So first of all, get my head in the game, have my cup of coffee, meditate on it, watch the video a few times, refer to the instructions, actually read the instructions properly, make sure that you understand the instructions. If you don't, refer to a video if you're so lucky to happen to have the same video for the same installation, and we'll go from there. So everything's going so far. I've pre-drilled my holes, and I've installed my hinge so that it actually lines up properly. So I'm gonna put this on hyper mode because I don't think you need me to go into detailed explanations of exactly what I'm doing. I'm replacing an existing storm door, so I have the proper size of the storm door, and I have the proper instructions, and they apparently have been improved since days gone by. So if you say buy a door from Home Depot or some other vendor and whatnot, the instructions tend to be getting a lot better and user-friendly. Anyways, so this is where I'm at, and I've invited my son out to participate, so you may see him in this video. Hopefully he learns new skills and has some father-son time with me, and enjoy this journey of mine to do my own home improvements and make the best out of my funds that I have available. To have a contractor do this for me, yeah, there's the cost of the door, great. You may have to get it shipped. I have a residence in a small town away from any kind of major dealer for doors, so I've picked up the door to save myself the expense of delivery. But if you have a contractor, he'll probably bring that door with you or with him. But because I live outside of an area that would be serviced without, say, travel fees and so on, and because I've worked my way through the trades, and not to the depth of actually doing what I'm doing right now, but have skills. I have applicable knowledge of hand tools and the ability to apply them. So basically all I have to do is just figure out exactly what I'm doing with my hand tools and use all those pre-existing skills that I've acquired over my lifetime to actually implement the instructions. Now, if you don't have those skills or your skill set's completely different, unfortunately, I guess you'll have to pay somebody to do it, which is fine. Everybody needs to make a living, so but in this case, I'm capable, and you know, getting over my fear or intrepidation of, said, applying this to my house and making it function properly, well, no guts, no glory. So I'm just gonna squash that fear, because basically the only thing I need to fear is fear itself, and just apply myself, go step by step, and as I progress and as I have success, you'll kill that fear in you, and it's enabling me to feel less stressful about the project, and I'm having success. So please join me and view the adventure if you like. It's going to be probably a shorter video than this intro, because I'm going to put it on hyperlapse and watch how I progress. I may make another video just to say, hey guys, I'm doing it, it's all good. So yeah, come along and join the ride. Okay, just a little bit of an update on the door installation. So, here's what we encountered, and God bless contractors that deal with this as well. Here's where you start praying. So, okay, the measurements for this door from side to side was even, top and bottom, and in the center it was the proper length. But when I took out the old storm door, or screen door, whatever you want to call it, the contractor had a shim in the bottom and nothing on the top, and I saved them. But this is slightly a different door, and he had two of them in there. One was thinner than the other. So I tried installing it as per instructions with the little braces that are put onto the one corner, and I got in the bottom. I pre-drilled a hole and I put one screw in, but I couldn't make the top fit from side to side, you know, orientate from there back and forth. So I took out the screw, used the large shim first, drilled the next screw hole up. I'll just turn this around here. Can I? I can't. No. If you can see down there, there's two screws on the bottom. Anyways, I used the second hole. Still, with the big shim, no. So I took out that screw again, put in the smaller shim, and realigned everything, made sure everything was over to the hinge side, and closed the door and did some quick checking with my measuring tape, and it was close. So by using the second screw on the bottom, I was able to still kind of move the bottom a little bit, and I lined it up with my level, and got the top within 1/16 of an inch to square. So then, because I only had one screw on the bottom and I installed one screw at the top over here just to hold it in place, I used the other shim and stuck it in and put my screwdriver in and kind of wedged the bottom over just a little bit, and then applied another screw to hold it in place. All in all, it worked out. So then, as per instructions, I mounted the top rain cap, or the top ledge, and I'm about to install the side rail right now. But checking it, I'm still shy about 1/16 of an inch all the way up from what the rough opening should be, according to this design. So there's a whole lot of praying, and just to make mention of, okay, I have to use the drill as well as the driver. So how, even in the video, how do you hold the door in place, apply screws, change from a drill to a screw gun, and like, where's this third and fourth hand? So my son was so graciously able to supply me with the extra 2 hands that I needed. So wow, like, hats off to the contractors that come up, because every house is made not perfect, not perfectly square. So within tolerance, 1/16 of an inch, big deal, and wiggling and shimming and things like that, even if you're down to 1/32 of an inch, really splitting hairs at that point. So soldering on here. We'll see how it goes, and this time I'll be able to put the video on. We just couldn't handle doing everything plus videotaping at the same time. So, oh, and that dated me. It's not a videotape anymore. No tape required. Well, success. So here's the final result. Did the hyperlapse on everything. The last video was just putting on these little clips here to cover the screws all the way around. But it worked out pretty darn good. Everything's nice and even. I got the door sweep nice and even. Can't see any daylight from the inside. So the second last video was quite complex because we had to figure out the positioning of this and actually make the door latch, as well as install the arm up here. So the gas arm we decided to put up there just like the old one. Because when you're moving furniture and so on, you just really don't want that hinge to be in the way, and it's a pain in the butt. So this one, we can undo this clip here and pull down the screen. So it's only a halfway screen, but that's good. Still got a nice clear view from the bottom and a little bit of protection from ice and so on as well. So, adventure done. And as you saw, my son was working with me diligently. He probably saw his back most of the time, but yeah, like, how do you do it? You know, like you need 4 hands, you need 4 legs to hold this, hold that, brace this, brace that. It was quite an adventure, to say the least. So, like I said, you can go onto YouTube, probably find the model that you would like, and with a little bit of courage, a little bit of help from your family, you can get it done. I had all the right tools, thank God. Just about had the wrong bit to drill the holes for the latches, but in my kit of miscellaneous drill bits and so on, I had a proper hole saw, but the drill bit that I needed I finally found. So there was a little bit of gaps in the time-lapse video where we were either conferring with the manuals or looking for just the parts that we needed. Anyway, yay, success! One more project off the list. Now I've got the front door to do. And if we can just walk around, I'll show you what the problem with that one is. This one was coming apart. I'm getting overgrown here. Time to trim the hedge too. And if you've watched my videos, this is usually where the baby deer are crossing back and forth here. So this door is finally got yard armed, so you can see the damage here. Looks like I've got a bit of painting to do here as well. I got it locked as well, but anyway, so this is what needs to be replaced. Not quite so bad off, but needless to say, it's got a big gap up there and no gap down there. So that's the next project. Am I going to attempt it on my own? Nope. I gotta wait for my son to be off of work the next time so that we can tackle it together. And it's an awesome time to spend with your son, or at least with my son. For me, You know, it's really hard getting him off of the Magic Box, cell phones, video gaming, and things like that. This is literally this is a very rare occasion that this happened. So I just filled him in, and it probably took a little bit longer, but I filled him in on all the nuances of what I was doing with my tools, how I was trying to think ahead, how I was trying to make the best out of a bad situation with things being unsquare. So that hopefully resonated with him, and if he's up against something in his future life, that he will remember his time with his father and how we overcame obstacles together and made a beautiful product and saved quite a bit of money due to labor and probably out of town charges as far as trip charges go. So hope you enjoyed this little adventure. Yay! Hope to see my wife's smiling face. She's been sick today, so she doesn't want to be on camera. But I am going to unveil it with my son, and we'll see how that goes. I'm sure she'll be pleased. Cheers!